In the quiet town of Willow Creek, a local antique shop owner, Evelyn, stumbled upon an old typewriter buried beneath a pile of dusty artifacts. Intrigued by its age and intricate design, she decided to restore it and put it on display in her shop. Little did she know that this typewriter held a dark secret within its mechanical keys. As soon as the typewriter was placed in the shop, strange occurrences began to unfold. Customers reported hearing phantom typing late at night, and some claimed to have seen shadowy figures lingering near the antique display. Evelyn dismissed these reports as mere superstitions, attributing them to overactive imaginations. One fateful night, Evelyn decided to stay late to catch up on some paperwork. As she sat at her desk, the typewriter caught her eye. With a sense of curiosity tinged with apprehension, she approached it and hesitantly typed a few keys. To her horror, the typewriter began to type on its own, producing a chilling message. "I see you." Shaken to her core, Evelyn tried to rationalize the situation, convinced that it was a malfunction. But the typewriter continued to type out menacing messages, each one growing more sinister than the last. The shop grew colder, and a feeling of dread hung heavy in the air. As days turned into weeks, Evelyn's mental state began to deteriorate. She became irritable and paranoid, convinced that the typewriter was watching her every move. Sleepless nights plagued her as the relentless clacking of keys echoed through the shop. One night, driven to the brink of insanity, Evelyn made a reckless decision. She sat before the typewriter and demanded answers, her hands trembling as she typed out a question. "WHO are you?" The typewriter's response sent chills down her spine. "Your darkest fear." With a sudden jolt, the typewriter began to type furiously, filling the room with the sound of 1,000 haunted whispers. Shadows danced along the walls, and Evelyn felt a cold grip tighten around her heart. In a panic, she tried to flee, but the doors wouldn't budge, trapping her in a nightmare of her own making. The next morning, the townspeople discovered Evelyn's lifeless body in the antique shop, her eyes wide with terror. The typewriter sat ominously on the desk, its keys stained with blood and ink, a silent witness to the horrors that had transpired. From that day on, the typewriter disappeared from the shop, leaving behind a trail of whispered legends and haunted memories. Some say it found its way into the hands of another unsuspecting victim, ready to unleash its malevolent power once more. And so the legend of the haunted typewriter lived on, a cautionary tale of the dangers that lie within the heart of technology. A reminder that some creations are better left undisturbed in the shadows of the past.